Hi, I'm Sage. I'm the founder of TransAscend. I help you ascend. Today, what I want to talk about is passing, right? So, a lot of transgender people, every single transgender person, I'm sure, has, had that struggle, has felt like perhaps, it might be a struggle to pass, or they've had some sort of anxiety about passing. Passing is thought to give you certain advantages, gives you certain access to support, access to love, to privilege, access to all kinds of things, safety, acceptance, being valued. It's a lot of, pressure on you as a trans person, and it's really unhealthy because it makes you miserable, self-conscious, and it's not a good idea to make passing the source of all of the good things in life. The good things in life don't come from anything external, and passing is something external. It's like literally how somebody perceives your appearance, your physical appearance, and it's not what brings you your good in life. What brings you the good things in life is actually a connection to love and a connection to heart and a connection to, whatever you might call it, love, heart, spirit, God, the universe, just whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's a power greater than you. There's this thing called love. We don't just create it. It doesn't just pop up, or come out of our assholes, or I don't know why I thought love comes from assholes, but like me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not an asshole. I just don't give a fuck about people's fucking illusions. Fuck them, right? Fuck illusions. Fuck them. I can be fucking, I can fucking go toe-to-toe with that shit and just cut it down. And it's like, it's like fucking, fighting a ghost, with like, this isn't working. That's not the right metaphor. What's that glowing blue sword from Lord of the Rings, that Frodo has? Sting. Yeah, I think it's literally called Sting, like the rock star, but Frodo has Sting and it glows blue, and he kills the orcs with it, and it just smites the fuck out of those orcs. Ugh! Fuck them. That's what I do. That's my profession, to smite the fucking orcs. I, Sage, am a fucking professional orc smiter, and I carry with me, my Sting. Ow! That pinched my thumb. I'm upset. I might cry, actually. I'm really sensitive. Yeah, I'm upset because it hurt me. I'm upset because I think that being a woman hurts me, that being myself hurts me. That feels right. Is there a better? That I can get hurt in this process of bringing love to people. Yeah, that loving people can hurt me. That's really sad. I choose to let that go. I choose to not care about what other people think. Nobody can hurt me with that. Yeah, and I'm gonna give myself a hug on the inside. Because, yeah. Yeah, Oh, my eyeshadow. But not mascara. Yeah, I just choose to let this go. Sometimes I feel afraid that I can't get over my issues, but that's not true. It's like self-doubt. I feel like powerlessness. Powerless. I was gonna say self-pity. I choose to let that go. I am powerful. I choose to claim that power in my heart. I can let go of my issues. I have the power to be done with them. Amen. Okay, that feels good now, see? Yeah. And I just choose to let go of this fear that I can't escape. There is no trap. There is no... Yeah, that feels good. Okay, so anyway, I'm just talking about... You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm sure you can feel it. So, anyway... I don't really know what to call her. I'm not going to name her yet. I'm going to be patient and choose to have the name revealed to me. Look at her. She's like flying. Woo! Fucking all of your upsets, It's a big fuck you. Look at her. That face totally is like, yeah, fuck the upset. Fuck your upsets, They're not going to stop me. And they're not going to stop you. You shouldn't feel held back by your upsets. I want to just tell you another thing. Well, I kind of modeled it by going through this whole process with you. Like, I obviously, what happened. A lot of trans people do feel like they need to put on a thick skin. They need to try to be immune, I guess, to being upset, but it's really not productive, because what happens is all of that, the issues will fester and get worse and worse until you snap, or until you have a major meltdown, or it'll turn into some sort of internal mental health disorder, disease, really, I want to call it, like depression or chronic anxiety, or whatever, psychosis even. So, that's why I don't recommend this whole having a thick skin. Having a thick skin, I'm just going to be frank, having a thick skin has zero value. It doesn't serve you at all. What does serve you, see, having a thick skin, here's what I mean. You really know what it means. Like, it means things come at you and you just try to make them not affect you. But underneath that quote-unquote thick skin, you are upset still, and that feels bad. So you need to, what this is pointing you toward is, feel your feelings fully, be open and be vulnerable. And I know I can feel, the whole consciousness of who I'm speaking to, feeling really reluctant to actually open their hearts to this whole truth about how it's safe to feel your feelings, but that's my message to you. It's safe to feel your feelings. I'm going to tell you a little story that's going to help you a lot, actually. So, I got stung one time by a scorpion at the last place I lived at a few months ago. And I just got off a call with some of my friends in Twin Flames Universe, so my spiritual friends, my real friends, who I love to death. And it brought up a lot of upsets, but I was also feeling really high and good from it. And so, anyway, I was walking to the kitchen to get some more water and food, and I suddenly felt this horrific pain on my left toe. And I looked down, and this thing crawled quickly away from me, and fuck, it was a scorpion. And my roommate had been telling me he had seen scorpions, and I had seen one literally be up in the sink, and it had crawled out of the pipes of the sink. And it was just so terrifying. It was like pure terrorism to my consciousness. And long story short, I took care of myself. I did the mirror exercise, just like what I was doing just now. I healed myself of the upsets it was presenting. It was presenting a lot of upsets to me. It literally has taken months. It still comes up in small ways, but the point of the story is that I would get super scared that there's another scorpion, like there's one in the floor, there's one in my bed, there's one in my clothes, there's one in my shoes. And it would just be my mind making this up, and I haven't seen a scorpion in a house since this, right? But it was just my mind making this up. And I would kind of just try to block out my feelings because I believed subconsciously that if I fully felt my feelings, then it was going to attract more hurt to me, and that's actually not true. Feeling your feelings is not what attracts things to you. It's choice that does. Choice is what attracts a bad thing to you because you're powerful and you're not a victim. So the alternative to victimhood is, hey, I have a choice of what I experience. And the universe is fucking conscious. It's not stupid or deaf. And it hears every damn thing that I'm saying. Like, I choose wealth, I choose poverty, I choose beauty, I choose ugliness, I choose safety, I choose scorpions and danger, basically. I choose attack. Scorpions are attack. Anyway, and someday I feel we'll be done with that shit because they're a manifestation of attack. Why the hell would the ever-intelligent creator or the universe or love itself create things that just attack? That's another matter, but it is deeply true. Anyway, I want to just say that I caught this right away, right? And because I have a big spiritual support system and education system, I'm a student of Jeff and Shalia's courses on spiritual ascension, enlightenment, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. Twin Flames Universe's courses. Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class. And so is she. She's like, yes. And I keep thinking Angela is the name that keeps coming up. It's not going away, so I'm going to put it Angela. So Angela's also a member too. Well, she shares my membership, really. Don't tell anyone. It's not legal. But anyway, what was I saying? I'm going to have coffee. It doesn't help you to suppress your feelings. Your feelings need to be felt, because when you tell that part of yourself who's feeling that way, you're welcome. You're welcome here. I embrace you. Then there's nothing wrong with you. I accept you. That's what you're looking for, right? And so from a place of doing that, you can start to heal yourself and love yourself right away. Right away. I'm going to tell you, that makes a big difference. When I have an upset that's really, really overwhelming, and nowadays it's not, I don't have intense upsets anymore of people trying to be attacking toward me or mean because I'm trans, so to speak. So it's when an upset's really harsh to me, I just say, I welcome you to feel. Well, I welcome you feeling this way. It's okay that you feel this way, right? And I accept you, and you can be with me. Because think about it, right? Imagine you're with your child self, and they're feeling extremely unsafe because they think people don't accept them and they're gonna hurt them. Are you gonna tell that child, like, go away, or are you gonna you're gonna fucking have them by your side? You're gonna tell them, you can be with me, This is what I'm describing to you. That's how you really need to react to these situations. When you feel like unsafe as a trans person, or when you feel unloved, you need to bring yourself in and just let that part of yourself know. I imagine, it's really emotional for me. But I imagine myself as, as a teenager, as a little girl, like maybe being with me in some nice quiet place, in college. Like, yeah, because Stanford has really nice, really beautiful, quiet, serene places for you to just go. And I just imagine her sitting there next to me there. I just need to feel this kind of like feeling, like grief leaving me. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of just like, I'm just getting used to the truth that I can have everything I want. That's what going to Stanford meant to me as a teenager, young adult. And that's what this spiritual work means to me as an adult, that I get to have what I want. And my inner child gets to have what she wants. So, but, yeah, you just have to love yourself. That's what you need to do in order to pass, is to love yourself. And it's true. And what I've noticed is, let me give you an example. So, I've been called ma'am when I go to stores, and I shaved, so I don't have long facial hair, but I had stubble, so you can see it, and it looks like I have facial hair. And maybe you would think like, oh, I'm in danger, quote unquote, I might be perceived as a man. But no. Nobody called me sir, and the one person who did address me by a gendered title called me ma'am. Because, you know what that is? It's your energy. It's your energy coming through. It's really about your energy, and it's about your heart. You tell yourself, that I believe you're important. Tell yourself that. You feel that how you feel is unimportant. You feel that your heart's truth is... You feel that your truth is unimportant. You feel that you need these calls for attention to your truth on the exterior. And it does feel good to... it does feel good to love yourself by putting on makeup. Like, I love doing my eyeshadow, my lipstick, my makeup, putting on this dress. But, going out and buying your bras, doing your hair, or whatever, if you're a trans man or anything else. But passing really depends not on the external per se. It depends entirely on you loving yourself. So, by the converse, it's rare that I would go out not made up, right? But all the times I would go out not made up, I would still be called ma'am and treated as a woman. And then, sometimes when I would go out with makeup on and everything, and all dolled up and all pretty, like now, although I just have to claim that I'm pretty all the time, and nothing can take that away from me, yeah? What I need, my source is in my heart, is what I need. My source of beauty is in my heart, is what I need to know. That feels complete. Yeah, I would get called sir, or I would get treated or referred to kind of as a man. And at that point, what was going on was I wasn't really seeing myself as a woman. I wasn't accepting myself for who I was as a person. So the prevailing illusion is what came through, despite all the makeup and all the exterior. When you love yourself, you naturally are more feminine or masculine, depending on what your inner core self is. When you love yourself, you naturally gravitate toward the appropriate for you forms of self-expression, the appropriate voice. I have not been worried about my voice this whole time. I've just been kind of going with it. You'll find the appropriate, you'll get good at doing your makeup if you love yourself. Trust me, I've gotten leagues better just from loving myself. I called in support and I got it, and suddenly it just clicked how I could do eyeshadow. Before I was never satisfied with my eyeshadow, and then all of a sudden I am. What? Without practice? That's because of self-love. That's because of self-love. It's an artifact of you loving yourself. Of me loving myself. And of you loving yourself too, if you choose. Yeah. So, another thing that I feel that the consciousness of trans people needs to know. You must have faith you must have faith in the process. You must have faith that your relationship with yourself is totally one with your relationship with all of life. You have to let go of doubt that loving yourself creates a more loving reality for yourself. You have to let go of doubt that any love exists that's outside of you. You have to accept that all love comes from within you. When you do that, then you naturally pass, you naturally express yourself in a way that delights you and that you love and that aligns with your true gender, your true self, really. That's the deeper truth that we're getting at here. Your true self is expressed this way by loving yourself. And your gender just comes tied onto that. You know, your gender is just part of your true authentic self. You don't have to try to be masculine. Don't try to be feminine. Don't try to be something. Just be. Just choose to be yourself. That's when you have success. You know, meaning that's when you feel good. Don't measure your success based on, do I pass or not? Do not. Measure your success based on, how am I feeling? Do I have more peace in my heart overall than I had before? Don't get lost in the upset. You might feel extremely upset, but you can choose to feel the peace that underlies your upset while you work through the upset too. So, yeah, you know, that's really what I wanted to say. Passing is not, it's not the golden ticket to a good life. Absolutely not. Hard line, not moving. I would not move on this opinion, you know, because this is based on truth and it resonates deeply in my being. So, yeah, is there anything else that my heart wants me to say? Yes, I would say probably the last thing I need to say, unless something else comes up, is that when you make your good depend on passing, you are giving your power away to other people. So you're saying, like, other people have this checklist of what it means for me to be a woman or to be a man. And, you know, or whatever. And you are saying, you, other person, have the power to determine if I'm a woman or a man or whatever. So that's actually not serving you. What serves you is you take back your power and you say, I alone have the power to be myself. No one empowers me to be myself but myself. If you have somebody in your life who does empower you to be yourself and who's really accepting of you and helps you and loves you, in fact, if you're watching this video, that's a sign that you're manifesting this empowerment because you feel empowered. You always feel at least a little bit empowered. You know, there's always a seed from which total empowerment can grow in your soul. You know, so yeah, don't give your power away. Choose to take it back. It's as simple as a choice in your heart. And you can imagine internally yourself empowering, giving empowerment to your inner child or adolescent, right? Or your adult self. So that's it. Peace. I'm Sage with TransAscend, helping you ascend. Love you. God bless you. You know, I just wish the best for you. Check out more juicy videos on my TransAscend channel. They're going to be coming out at least monthly right now at this point. You know, as this girl hustles her way to total harmony with her life's purpose, which is helping you love yourself. This is what I'm after. This is me, honeys. So bye. I love you. I'll see you later. Can't wait to work with you. God bless you.